Hey guys and gals, boys and girls, authors, writers, and everyone in between. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I certainly am. Tim Knox here. And as we do on this program, we talk about all things authoring, authorship, authorial. We talk about writing. We talk about writing books, fiction, nonfiction, memoirs, kids' books. We talk about publishing, marketing, editing, and everything in between. If those topics do interest you to some degree, I do encourage you to click the subscribe button below. And once you do that, you will be presented with a little bell. And if you click the bell, YouTube will be nice enough to notify you every time I drop a new video. That is an industry term that I learned from the young folks. I'm going to drop a video. Not to be confused with dropping a load, which is something entirely different. So anyway, this is the program. My goal is to help make you a better writer, and I do that by answering the questions on these pages, the magic pages here. And if you'll recall on the last show, I asked you the very first question that I ask all people, all writers who come to me and say they want to write a book and they want information about it. And I do work with a lot of authors across a lot of different genres, coach a lot of authors. And the first question on the last video was, why do you want to write a book? You can go back and watch that video. Question number 2 is, once you figure out why you feel compelled to write a book, is why do you think that you are qualified to write a book? We talked about this a little bit in the last video. You know, the old saying, everyone has at least one book in them. And my comment is always, well, yeah, but they may not be the one best qualified to write it. So that's my question to you. What makes you think that you can write a book? Are you a writer? Have you been writing since you were a kid? That was my case. I never had any formal training, but I had always been a writer and just developed into what I feel is a pretty good writer. I've had pretty good success writing. So what makes you think that you are qualified to write a book? Are you a writer? Do you have a natural talent as a writer? Have you taken classes, creative writing classes? And I think the key word there is, do you have talent? Because in my mind, as a writer, and I might be a little biased, the ability to write is a gift from above or somewhere. You can develop the skills to be a semi-decent writer, but if you do not have that inherent talent, I always equate it to being a fine artist. You know, anyone can learn to paint by numbers, but not just anyone is a Rembrandt or a Picasso or a Chagall or what have you. It's okay to call yourself a painter if you've taken some classes and you've learned to paint little, still lives and apples and flowers and shit. Same is true. It's okay to call yourself a writer if you've taken some classes and you have the semantics of it. But I do believe you have to have that innate, underlying, inbred, and I don't mean that as like here in Alabama, inbred talent to be a writer. So once you decide that you have a story to tell, the next question is, are you really the best person to tell that story? Can you really write a book? Now, anyone can write, i.e. type, and put words on the page. Very different from telling a story. Okay, keep that in mind. Just because you have a computer and you can open up a Word file and type does not mean you're a writer. So that's the second question to ask yourself, boys and girls, is you've got a great idea that you think is a great idea for a book. What do you think makes you believe that you can put the words to paper and write a book? I honestly hope that you look back at this video and go, hey, fucker, I'm talented. I can write, because I want you to write. My goal here is to help make you a better writer. And so I pose these questions to you, and I challenge you to come back to me with the answer in the comments below. Tim, here is why I think I am qualified to write this book. I want you to justify the fact that you think you can become a writer. And I hope you're right, because the world needs more great writers. It's lonely here at the top. I can't even say that with a straight face. Hey, if you enjoyed this advice, I appreciate it. Leave a comment or a question below. And if I use your comment or question in a future video, I will send you a digital copy of one of my books, Angel of Mercy or Sins of the Father, just to reward you for taking the time to leave a coherent comment. So that's going to do it. Subscribe, ring my bell, leave a question or comment. And next time we're going to talk about the subject of your book, how to come up with the subject and make sure that what you are writing is something that people will actually read. That's another question. Maybe we'll address that one in the next video. What makes you think people want to read what you write? Wow. You're going to want to come back for that one. That one's going to be a good one, all right? That's it, guys. Get out of here. Go write something. Go become a better writer. See you soon.